I have several questions.
How's it going, everybody? So you already know by the title of the video, like Temtem. Temtem. You know, just saying that is just weird. Temtem. Oof. Okay, listen. There was a Patreon for Temtem a while back. You know, it got a lot of backers and a lot of people. They thought it was interesting. People want Pokemon, but you know, on PC. Even though there's a lot of like Pokemon ROM hacks of the game, like fan made versions or the actual previous games, like Pokemon Emerald, etc. But there's no like real like MMO Pokemon game, like official one. So some people were like, let's just make our own, and that's basically what Temtem is. Look, okay, I'm not actually exaggerating, but it's just a Pokemon game. Like they literally state on their site themselves, it's inspired by Pokemon. So you could say it's a Pokemon-like game, or you could say it's a Pokemon clone. They literally do everything just like Pokemon. They got Pokemon gym leaders, but instead of gym leaders, they're called dojos. Well, instead of gyms, they're called dojos. Instead of Pokemon trainer, it's Pokemon tamer. Instead of capturing, the monsters in the balls, they capture them in cards. Like, similarities. They even have like similar puzzles. You know, when you slide on the ice and then you can't fall in and stuff like that. They have that in Temtem as well. They have the list goes on and on. They got double battles, except it's always double battles. There's no single battles, which I personally do but don't like, because if you're playing with a friend, you can do double battles with them. That's cool, but like it's like a whole different dynamic. And speaking of the game, so like so they do like the exact same thing, but like slightly different. For example, like there's no flying types. It's just wind type. They have, I think the normal types are called standard or something like that. I forgot what it was. You know, but they did add their own types, like crystal type. They got digital. That's all I can remember for right now. Like I think it's really cool, like that they made this, but it's literally just a copy, but in their own rendition or their own version of it. I personally think it's cool, but it's weird at the same time. Like a while ago, there was this like you know how when Pokemon games come out, well, before they come out, there's leaks and whatnot. So there was a leak for this one monster, this one creature, and it literally had a Pokemon art style to it. It was like a blue platypus, and guess what? It's actually a Temtem. I was like, what? It's a thing. It has a 3-stage evolution and everything. It looks like Swampert. You know, that really cool water ground type. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna find that platypus and train it, because it looks weird but cool. Like I'm gonna name him Perry. I know it's cringy, but it's funny. I literally don't really like naming my Pokemon, but this one I will definitely name. Well, it's not really a Pokemon, it's a Temtem. So I might actually give my Temtems names, because the Temtems still a little bit sick. The Temtems, their names aren't really that cool. They're actually pretty weird. Like with me personally, I really like this one Temtem named Valash. Like I had to look up the name because I forgot his name, but he's like a weird like badger looking thing. Like he kind of looks like Zoroark. I really love Zoroark. Just hold on for a second. And yes, I do have a lot of Pokemon stuff in my room. This is a part of it. I'm not a furry. I just really like Zoroark. Zoroark is bae. Zoroark is love. Zoroark is life. Anyways, more about Temtem. There's potions in the game. There's elixirs. There's their status conditions. You know, defense going down, up, their attack. Oh, one thing that's different is that they have a stamina bar instead of like you have PP. I got I'm like 12 years old. But they, you know how like for example, I'm trying to think of a PP, something with 5. What like move has like 5 PP? Fire Blast. There you go. Like Fire Blast has like 5 PP, and you know, you play Temtem. Oh, God, PP Temtem. Oof, man, it's all over the place. Okay, and if you play Temtem, they have like a stamina bar. It's like a magic points meter. It's like an MP meter. You're like, think of yourself as Hero from Smash Bros. Except you're not gonna kamikaze. Maybe that may or may not be an attack in Temtem. I'm not sure, but if it is, then best believe it will self-destruct. You know, oh, they have that in Pokemon, self-destruct. Like Coughings usually just do that. They're just like, well, Omae wa Shinder. Just but yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing Temtem. Am I gonna be? I was thinking about streaming it, but I was like, nah. Because like I like me personally, when I play Nintendo games, I like playing it on my personal time, and I don't like making videos on them. But this isn't a Nintendo game; it's a Temtem game, so it's on PC for right now. Honestly, I hope it comes to the Switch and maybe other consoles as well. But it might just be a PC exclusive. I like the thought of the game. You know, I like Pokemon. And I like the fact that they've taken Pokemon and they've made it a little bit more better. There are, like, they don't censor themselves as much as, you know, Pokemon does, and you know that's a kind of a good thing, just a little bit, but you know it's okay. Oh, and another thing, on top of this, you know, I've been calling this a copy the whole time. It's like it's a copy that has created its own identity, which I personally agree with when it comes to video games. Like there's plenty of things that like people say, oh, I love Dark Souls, and then they play a game and they're like, oh, this is a Dark Souls copy or a Dark Souls ripoff, like Bloodborne or freaking Sekiro. But they're not really, well, they're made by the same company, but from software, but it's not a copy, but it is. Like, it's the same format. Or that one Japanese Souls-like game that recently came out. I forgot what it's called. Like, you can call a copy, but at the same time, is it really a copy? Or did it create something and then have its own identity? Oh, Neo as well. Oh, God, Neo. Another one that's a Souls copy. Okay, getting off the... I'm going on a tangent of just copies. Okay, but this game, it copied Pokemon, yes. It's inspired by Pokemon, but it has its own identity, and I really like that. That's really cool, and that's really interesting. I can't wait to play more of it. It's going to be really, really fun. I may or may not stream it. If I do, my Twitch tag is still Bahethoven, I guess. Just it's always the same. Bahethoven on Twitter, Bahethoven on Facebook, Bahethoven on YouTube, Bahethoven on Google Plus, Beethoven on Snapback. You did not hear the last one. I might edit that out, maybe, or maybe I might be too lazy because there's a lot of editing to do. But yeah, I really like the inclusion of like new elements. Like in Pokemon, they added the fairy types, but after many years, and fairy types are like iffy. My favorite fairy type is Grimmsnarl, but that's only because I like dark type Pokemon. It's a dark fairy type, so I think it's really, really cool. But in Temtem, they have the digital type and the crystal type. I don't know, I forgot, did they add any more elements besides that? I completely forgot. But there's this one that kind of looks like is this one toy. It's like a little robot thing that's like supposed to be your friend or your pal, or you know, the flying white thing from Wall-E. Like, it kind of looks like that. I think it looks interesting but weird at the same time. I kind of like that, and it's a digital type. God, honestly, I hope they put that in Pokemon. Digital types. the digital? What? Digimon? Oh. Digimon. Ooh. And I'm not sure if there's any legendaries in Temtem. Like, that'd be really cool, but weird. But yeah, it's a whole different ball game. Temtem. Temtem. But yeah, like, if you guys want to see me play Temtem, or if you guys like Temtem, or if you guys want to talk about Temtem in the comments down below, God, I'm not going to say that word anymore. I'll reply to every single comment. So, like, subscribe, and peace.